We start with a massive call to action from South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham, who is pushing for a radical approach to the Middle East. Graham is demanding a Second Amendment solution, arguing that the United States and Israel should arm Iranian civilians to empower them to take the fight to the streets and topple the current regime. This is a bold proposal that challenges traditional geopolitical thinking and sets the stage for intense conflict in the region.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Next up, we dive into the intense political maneuvering within the House of Representatives. We look at the furious reaction from progressive lawmakers after the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee backed a centrist candidate in a key primary battleground race. This move has ignited a firestorm, as critics argue the campaign arm is trying to tip the scales in ways that undermine progressive priorities. Our third story shifts focus entirely to the world of sports and incredible human achievement. Get ready to be inspired as we follow the story of desert Oasis star Alissa Perkins, who is thriving with a prosthetic leg and leading her team into the playoffs with her arm and bat. This is a testament to resilience and athletic spirit under the brightest lights. And finally, we pivot to Wall Street, where the tech giants are making huge moves. Jim Cramer recently identified ARM Holdings plc as a key beneficiary of soaring compute and AI demand, noting its crucial role in designing chip architectures. We break down why ARM stock is surging and what this means for the future of semiconductor investment. Stay with us as we keep tracking these massive market shifts. South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham has called for a radical approach to toppling the Iranian regime, advocating for the United States and Israel to arm Iranian civilians as a Second Amendment solution. Speaking on 930 WFMD Free Talk, Graham suggested that if he were President Trump in Israel, he would supply Iranian people with weapons to enable them to take to the streets and reverse the conflict within Iran. Graham argued that the U.S. should not rely solely on military intervention, stating, "We don't need American boots on the ground. We've got millions of boots on the ground in Iran. They just don't have any weapons. Give them the weapons so they can rise up like we did to destroy this regime." He drew a parallel to American history, noting that the first action taken by a monarch is to disarm their subjects, suggesting that empowering the Iranian people with arms could make the Revolutionary Guard's operations extremely difficult. Graham echoed sentiments from other figures, including exiled Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi, who has warned against giving Tehran another lifeline. He framed the issue as a matter of self-defense, stating, "It's one thing to be bombed by America, it's another thing to have your neighbors shoot back at you because they're tired of being slaughtered." Beyond arming civilians, Graham also proposed economic and geopolitical pressure as a strategy. He asserted that controlling key waterways, specifically the Strait of Hormuz, could effectively end the conflict, calling it a checkmate. The discussion surfaced amid ongoing tensions in the Middle East and persistent focus on regime change within the Trump administration. Reports indicate that previous attempts to supply weapons to Iranian opposition groups have been complicated by alleged theft before delivery, leading Graham to suggest simply to do it again, to empower the populace. House Democrats' campaign arm is facing intense backlash from the progressive wing after backing centrist candidates in key House primary races, fueling accusations that the strategy is attempting to tip the scales against far-left challengers. The Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, DCCC, recently expanded its Red to Blue program, adding California State Assemblymember Jasmeet Bains and 7 other Democrats, a move seen by progressives as a de facto endorsement designed to boost GOP incumbents. This intervention was particularly criticized when the DCCC supported Bains over progressive challenger Randy Villegas, a university professor backed by Senator Bernie Sanders. Congressional Progressive Caucus PAC leaders strongly objected, arguing that voters, not the DCCC, should determine Democratic nominees. Rep. Pramila Jayapal, along with other progressive Democrats, voiced deep disappointment, labeling the intervention tone-deaf in a Latino-majority district. Villegas also condemned the DCCC's action as undemocratic. Baines is supported by a coalition including the Congressional Hispanic Caucus and the Working Families Party, alongside moderate labor groups. Meanwhile, the DCCC's strategy of promoting state legislator Joe Baldacci in Maine's 2nd Congressional District drew criticism from a rival candidate, with a former Capitol Hill staffer suggesting Washington insiders are attempting to dictate outcomes. House Democrats' campaign arm defended its involvement, stating the promoted candidates are best positioned to win in November, and stressed the imperative to regain the House to address voter concerns on costs and health care. National Republicans have warned that such messy primaries could destabilize the party's bid for control. Furthermore, progressives have targeted Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and Senate Democrats' campaign arm for tacitly supporting centrist candidates, citing the fallout from Governor Janet Mills exiting the Maine Senate race after a tepid endorsement of a presumptive nominee. DCCC Chairwoman Susan DelBene has continued to bolster the red to blue program, signaling growing confidence in the party's ability to regain the House majority. Desert Oasis star Alissa Perkins is leading her team into the playoffs, showcasing remarkable athleticism with a prosthetic leg, arm, and bat. This performance highlights her dedication and skill on the court. The news underscores the excitement surrounding high school sports, with resources available for fans to follow favorite teams and players, access statistics, explore photos, view highlights, and stream live games. For those looking to support the action, official tickets are available for upcoming events. ARM Holdings plc shares experienced a significant surge on Tuesday night, climbing 8.33% to $226.23 in after-hours trading, ahead of its fiscal fourth quarter 2026 earnings report scheduled for Wednesday. The stock's momentum is fueled by strong positioning within the burgeoning compute and artificial intelligence demand landscape. In its recent third-quarter results reported in February, ARM demonstrated solid performance, posting earnings per share of 43 cents, surpassing the 33 cents analyst estimate by 30.3%, with revenue reaching $1.24 billion, slightly beating the $1.23 billion estimate. Market expectations remain high, with analysts projecting fourth-quarter earnings per share of 54 cents and revenue of $1.47 billion. Key technical indicators suggest continued positive trajectory. The stock currently exhibits a relative strength index, RSI, of 63.94, and Channel YouTube's Edge stock rankings indicate a positive price trend across all time frames, placing ARM in the 91st percentile for momentum. ARM Holdings, with a market capitalization of $221.79 billion, has seen substantial growth over the past year, gaining 71.25% and currently trading about 79% of the way up from its 52-week low toward its high. Jim Cramer, in a recent appearance on CNBC, identified ARM alongside NVIDIA as a key beneficiary of escalating compute and AI demand, highlighting the company's crucial role in designing chip architectures and producing CPUs. Investors are closely watching the upcoming earnings report as the market assesses ARM's continued upside potential. The stock closed the regular session at $208.84, marking a 2.74% increase.